This video will show how to set up grading scale settings for Gradebook. Once you are logged into Gradebook, you can access set up the grading scales via the teacher homepage by clicking on Set up Grading Scales. From here, you can also access grading scales by clicking on one of your classes to go to the class dashboard and also get to the grading scale menu option located in the center of your screen. When I click on grading scales, um, when you start the school year, you will be set up by default on the default setting. On the default setting means it's going to base the grading scale off the grade level of the student that's associated with if it's elementary, middle school, or high school report card is what it will use for the default grading scale. If you need to use a different grading scale regarding maybe pass and fail for your class, you're not doing an A, B, C, D type of mark, you could click on Custom Setup 1, and then by doing that, you click Save, Save Next. You then get a drop down to say maybe I'm using a rubric for this, or maybe I'm doing OSU. So whatever you're using for your grading scale, you can click here to review the grading scale to see what the rubric is or what is OSU. So that gives you a little pop-up that you're able to see what the starting and ending percentages are for that grading scale. If that's the one I want to use, I can click Save Next. This then jumps me to the student override. That's all we're doing is jumping from one tab to the next. So we click on student override. This allows you the ability to maybe use a different grading scale for a specific student. So maybe I'm still using A, B, C, D for the majority of my class, but I have one or two students that may be on an IEP or other program that they want to get only a pass and fail grade. So this is where you can override that for just that individual student. It already says class default. That means it's using here to preview what default grading scale was selected. And then from this drop down, you can adjust if I needed to use a rubric for these versus an OSU. So I'll change this back to class default. I click Save Next. And at this point, you have the ability to share or select specific classes you want to use this grading scale for, and simply click Copy. Once you have set up these grading scale settings, you can go back to the dashboard and they will start calculating for you based off assignments that you have added. Any questions, please see your gradebook administrator. Thank you.